For Thursday, July 2nd, 2020. Thank you to those of you joining us on the GBN Television Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, those of you watching on GBN TV, channel 7, 11 and 20, and the folks listening to Classic 105 and Hot 98. This morning is another open phone line where we give you, our viewers and listeners, an opportunity to call and participate. Anything that you'd like to share, things that you think we need to be made aware of, this is your opportunity to do so. The landline number is 435-2041. That's also the number for the WhatsApp, but please only written messages on the WhatsApp. Only numbers and letters can be facilitated. No video calls, no voice calls or voice notes, no YouTube links, pictures, videos. Only written messages on the WhatsApp, please. You can also participate at the GBN Television Facebook page and the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel. This is an open phone line on the program. Let's take this first caller. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I don't hear that caller. Why that has happened? First caller, I don't know. All right, yes, it is open phone line. Let's try this again. All right, let's try this again. Open phone line here on To The Point, 435-2041. That's the number to call and participate. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom.
Good morning. How are you?
Not too bad.
All right, go ahead.
My thing this morning is this guy from Carriacou, the what they call me caretaker. I listened to him on Tuesday morning, and he's too negative. He's real negative. I remember the last question you asked him. Tell me something out of 10 that the government, and he couldn't mention nothing. I mean, the government has done nothing from since they won the last election. He's so negative. He's just like, for instance, if you get married and your wife cook the best plate of food. Honey, how did you enjoy your food? Oh, the missing salt. Too negative. So you need to change his attitude. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. That last comment made me chuckle. He did promise that the next time he appears, he would highlight some of the positives. He said he did specify as well that he's not saying that there has not been anything positive done in Carriacou and Petit Martin. He just said he couldn't remember at the time. So next time he comes onto the program, we'll hold him to that promise to highlight some positives, positive developments on the Sister Isles since the parliamentary representative was elected in 2018. Yeah. Back to the phone line. Good morning.
Morning, Sister Blossom.
Good morning.
Yes, my concern is this morning. I was just wondering if the government housing program is wrong. Because they had helped me with a little house. It's not quite finished. I'm in it, but the bathroom and toilet is not hooked up. Meaning I have nothing for the bathroom and toilet. You understand? And I'm a visionary person. And when the rain falls and I have to use the toilet, it's very difficult for me. I actually have to go a far distance to use a bathroom and toilet. So I was just wondering so that if he can help to get the bathroom and toilet in operation. Thank you.
When was the last time you spoke to an official from the ministry?
I think it was, it's been a while.
Have you tried contacting them lately?
No, not really.
Okay, so maybe you can contact the Ministry of Housing or Social Development and get an update as to your project. So because you would have to provide them with your specific name and location and other details so they would know exactly the status of your project. So contact one of the ministries. I believe it would be either Housing or Social Development, but I am not aware of any latest updates that I can furnish you with. So contact them and share your information and they should be able to give you an update.
Okay, thank you. Have a blessed day.
You're welcome. Thank you. You too. Thank you for your participation. Let me see what's on the social media. Nothing on Facebook. Nothing on YouTube. Nothing on the WhatsApp. Okay, so let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, no. Hello? Kind of hearing something. Hello. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. It's open phone line here on To The Point, 435-2041. That's the landline number. It is also the WhatsApp. You can contact us on WhatsApp to share your thoughts, but please only written messages on the WhatsApp. You can also participate on the Facebook and YouTube pages. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. How are you?
Good.
All right, go ahead. Just turn the volume down on the radio or the television.
That's better?
Much better. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. I just want to say that little thing this morning on the concerning the GCNA and the GCA. Now, Blossom, I think we must stop playing these games with people. Stop, because at the end of the day, Blossom, everybody loses. Everybody. This is the only thing that has left with us in Grenada here now. The little nutmeg and the little cocoa. And the type of things that we're doing, it just doesn't add up. It's just meaningless. Why we playing these kind of games? This is the thing that everybody should get involved in and at least and do it in a way that that it will benefit the farmers, it will benefit the board, it will benefit the government. Because everybody is in this thing together. It concerns all of us, whether directly or indirectly. If you look at you there.
Yes, I'm here.
Right. If you look at some all who arise to prominence in Grenada here, like people who had made it to progress to the top, economically. All right, you're talking about the Pulses, the Ramdani, the Bains, the Nikes. It's true agriculture. It's true to the same nutmeg and cocoa. Banana. So much of different things that has been done with banana right now. But banana is virtually non-existent. So just a little cocoa and a little nutmeg remain, and we just play that set of games. Then what are we saying? What are we doing? Are we really serious about anything at all, Blossom? I don't think we're really serious about everybody. Is just this the board and the government, the association. Is just playing a game, And at the end of the day, the thing about all of us will lose out. It will look that some of us will gain and we will get our pocket full of money and whatever. But at the end of the day, it just doesn't add up. Right, so I'm appealing to those concerned, those in authority, those who are the hem of these things. Stop playing these dangerous games, right? And put this thing where it's supposed to be, that everybody it will benefit the farmers, it will benefit the government, it will benefit the board, and everybody will will feel good about it. The next thing is, Blossom. No, Blossom. We as a people, right? Now we call ourselves adults and big people, mature people, And Blossom, the thing about it is, why? Do we always need a police over our head to tell us how to behave? I don't. Okay, so all right. Take for instance, it doesn't have a police. It don't have a police. There isn't a police presence, right? In Grenville or in town or whatever. Maybe for about 20 minutes after, half an hour. And look at how big people is going to behave. Okay. No? So I am saying that, we all claim that, look, we are big people, we are macho people, we in the 21st century or whatever, and we still need, we as adults and big people, we still need, people over our heads to tell us how to behave, how we must conduct ourselves as big, as a macho, adult, sensible people. It is just unfortunate, Okay. So, yeah. Listen, one more thing, you there?
Very, 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 very quickly. Yes, 5 seconds.
I don't want to be too long. Blossom, concerning this okay, like the churches, right, and Christ's message, and you know, and the Bible, and so on. What I really want to say about that is that Blossom does Christ's message, right, and the message of our heroes like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther, and all these guys, you know, and Nelson Mandela. Do these people message and Christ's message, are there any fundamental difference?
Okay.
Yeah? Is there any difference? No, I am saying is
it's time to wrap up.
Yeah, just a couple of seconds. I am saying that time for these guys' message, that these people message to be preached from the pulpit of our churches, and unless we get that going, we are really going away.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you for your contribution. You're over time by a lot. Let me check the social media. Somebody on Facebook says, calling the radio station is fine, but I think people should call the respective offices, etc., when they want direct information. The moderator would not have answers to these queries. I concur. There are some things that I may know, but when you want specific information about a specific project, I suggest calling the respective offices of the organizations. Grenadians seem very, very frustrated, just trying to barely survive, but they keep voting for the same government. Thank God for this program so they can vent. Blossom is a good listener. I try my best. That's the platform we provide for people to get things off their chest, and I try as best as I can to facilitate. Back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. No, I believe we underestimate, we don't really understand what is leadership yet, you know. When you talk about leadership is not somebody who is very qualified and you put them to do a task. Leadership has to do with somebody who will represent people, make changes that is necessary, changes that is right. Leadership starts with honesty of purpose. You know, if we fail to put those things in our day-to-day interaction with people, we could set examples, show examples so that other people could follow. We're not ready for leadership. With respect to the Nutmeg situation, let me tell you something. That is the problem. I don't understand what the government is trying to do. Neither do I understand what the farmers are trying to do at the moment, because we had this organization. I'm a nutmeg farmer too. We had this organization there for so much years, with almost the same people year after year after year on the board. And we hear now that they did not do a good job. Would they do a good job now if it's in their hand? In a new situation? What would they do differently when they had it over the years? So it's confusing me that we try now to get this thing to be managed by the farmers and the farmers' representative when they had it over the years. I am recommending that the ordinance be changed, and I've been saying this for quite some time, the ordinance be changed to give us, the farmer, the right to sell our nutmeg to whoever wishes. We don't care about back pay. Once you go get a good upfront price, we're satisfied with that. And just cut off all this rigmarole, going around management. And no. Do this, and I think the farmers will be satisfied, so that if Tom Brown come and want to buy nutmeg from me at a good price, I sell it. If Jane come to buy nutmeg from me at a good price, I sell it. Once it's going to add up with more that I'll be getting for the back pay, I'm good to go. I don't care about back pay. And I think we need to swing the organization in that area. Don't put it on the government. Don't put it under the farmers as a control in there, but leave it open that we have the right to sell our nutmeg to whoever we wish. I think that's going to be a solution to the problem. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you very much, caller, for your contribution. Right. I am hearing that I am hearing that the project in Lavera is about to restart and will be done by the Chinese. I am calling on Mrs. Pamela Moses to seek the interest of the people of St. Patrick who are masonry, carpenters, electricians, and plumbers who are capable of doing the jobs and not employed at the moment and seeking employment. I know she is very good at making promises and not fulfilling them, as the land in Shambo that was promised to the people of her district in Rose Hill. But the observant eye will be looking, not forgetting Mr. Anthony Boson. He is not off the hook either, with the breakwater project damaging the beach of Sates and Mount Rodney. Somebody on WhatsApp says the piece of broken open road in Parade, St. Paul's, is an accident waiting to happen. That's the area between the two supermarkets. Government started to fix it earlier this year and just left it unfinished months now. Are we waiting for another accident or landslide to finish it? Back to the phone line. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Dr.
Good morning.
Followers. 3 quick things. First of all, Mr. Clement, I haven't heard him. I know at some point there was some dissonance, to put it in a different way. I don't know what happened or what is happening, but just in the interest of transparency and fairness, I would, if we can know, if there is a matter pending, if there's unfinished business, I would like it all to be resolved, because I think in all fairness to him, as someone who was duly elected, I think he should get a fair time, a fair shot at speaking to the people of Grenada. He is the only opposition parliamentarian. So I don't know all the details, but I hope that whatever, if anything, if ever, whatever is preventing him from being able to be heard, that it will be resolved, because I believe in fairness and transparency, okay? So you may know what the details are, but I just haven't been hearing him, and I'm hearing, rumblings here and there. Let's try to get it fixed as quickly as we can. On the matter of the GCNA, farmers, be warned. It is not about merger. It's about dissolving both associations and liberalizing, so a few people can have their field day. 3 words of warning: don't go there, farmers. COVID. We're enjoying a lovely window. I commend the government on all that they have done. They have, it was prudent that they delay the opening of the airport. But it seems as though we like to have knee-jerk reactions. When COVID was coming and we were in panic mode, we were talking all about eating right and exercising, building immunity. Where is this now? This is the time to focus on these things now, because we have a window. We're not hearing that. That's when the doctor needs to be coming again, reminding the population. Because at the time they were saying it, I was laughing, because there was no time to build immunity then, that we were expecting it any day. Now we have a lovely window of opportunity. We're not hearing about nutrition anymore. We're not hearing about building the immunity, but it will come. Not it can or may come, it will come back. So I think we're missing out on this opportunity. We're also missing out. I noticed that St. Vincent is encouraging people, the citizens, by giving them concessions on certain things like face masks and all those things. So they're preparing. But we seem to be in relaxed mode. And when we have a case, then we go panic again. Please, authorities, policymakers, let us prepare our people for the next wave. Don't fall asleep on the wheel. Use this window that we have. Use it wisely. That's my advice. Thank you very much for the time, Blossom.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bernard, for staying within the limit as well. Thank you for your consideration. There was a comment on the WhatsApp, I believe it was. Yes, there we go. Someone texted me and said Sandy Island would be for sale, and also Granitang Lake for the Chinese. I really hope not. I saw the for sale notice of Sandy Island. However, that island has been for sale for some time now. There are a few, according to my research, Sandy Island, Rond Island, I believe, was the next one. I think it was Cal Island, something or the other. They have been for sale for, if my memory serves me right, more than, I know Rond Island has been for sale for more than 10 years now. Sandy Island has been for sale more than maybe 5 years now. What I'm not sure about, I'm seeing people saying that it is government owned. I'm seeing people saying that it is privately owned. Those islands, I am not too sure. But I can say that this is not new. I don't know if somebody's trying to distract us from GCNA, GCA merger. I don't know if they're trying to distract us from COVID-19 or Black Lives Matter and or the Fort Judy altercation. I don't know what it is. But I see this as a distraction that it has resurfaced. And now everybody's on it like it's a new thing. I'm just going to say, stay woke, people, stay woke. Don't be distracted by the sideways talks. These islands have had for sale notices for some time. That's as much as I can say. Good morning. The government says the housing project is for low-income families, but when you inquire, there are people living there owning 2 and 3 vehicles. Maybe the vehicle is not theirs. I don't know. Government, right. Why do NMP surrogates always ask NDC to say positive things about government? NDC is an opposition party. It is their duty to criticize. Yes, they can praise government for major accomplishments, but they must point out the wrongdoings. The same people would never praise NDC for anything they did in government. They criticize everything the NDC did, and they are not even opposition, they are government. Government is more negative than the NDC. NDC consistently gives advice to the government to listen to their official program. Let me go back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Blossom. Let us start with Rhode Island. Rhode Island is a government island.
Okay, thank
right?
you.
That is what I know.
Okay.
Right, and I know you have fishermen living there, right? But I know if they're still there. I'm the last one I know they was living there was covered from Sotes, and he died now, right? And then let us go on Sandy Island. There is 2 Sandy Island. One, well, 2 of them in the north, right? And I don't know about the one lower down by Sotes, but I know the one close to Carriacou belongs to government. So I don't know which one they say is for sale. And the Granite Lake again, they're saying for sale again. I won't like to hear about this one because that is a tourist site, right? And when we say it, where them tourists will go, that's the question I want you to answer me right now on the air. So then back to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bido. Pour me and want to answer with the tourists. So go, I don't know, maybe Lake Antoine. And another thing to... Yes, Mr. Bido, I'm not sure about which Sandy Island that has the for sale sign. Another thing to the Granitang Lake, because of the gazebos that were constructed to in the shape of Chinese gazebos, the design, that talk has been going around for a while about that it has been sold to the Chinese. There are sites like the Annadale Waterfall that have been leased to private organizations to run, not necessarily to own, but so that the responsibility of its upkeep and ensuring that it is used properly and so on would be managed by somebody other than government. So sometimes it's not just it's sold and it's private and Grenadians can't go there anymore. It's just somebody else is taking care of it because government does not want to have too much responsibilities. That's the short of the story. Let me go back by WhatsApp. Will the government be assisting or bringing our stranded nationals home? Most of them are seeing trouble out there. Please, those in authority, assist them. I am suggesting 1 more repatriated flight from destinations where they are presently stuck. Will we wait until the worst happens to them before we act? Come on, these are our people. Continued efforts continue for repatriation flights from various parts of the world. I remember seeing a notice maybe about a week ago of more plans taking place for repatriation flights. I guess it's just taking longer because with repatriation flights there needs to be a coordinated effort. And most of the times they are collaborative efforts as well between various Caribbean islands. So I can just suggest staying tuned and waiting for the various notices. Let me take the caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom. How are you?
Morning, I'm great. How are you?
I'm taking it easy.
Take it easy, Mama.
Yeah, I noticed that you become a justice of the peace now.
Apparently.
Yeah, usually you were as the brother saying justice of the peace.
Exactly.
When we come and speak, they don't question them and they go. And the more and more they're digging you with all kind of question. You understand?
I understand.
And so, well, you are the justice of the peace.
I try my best to answer what I know.
Some of them want to inject it in you.
Oh, they're just seeking answers. They're just seeking answers to various things.
Yeah, you some of them want a question to know about Tobias. Them is Tobias friend the scheme all the time. What are they asking question on your business? Why are they asking you? No, man. No, we're doing it.
Don't worry.
Not because all you've been trained to do your work.
Don't worry.
Don't try to put all in spots like that. That's why I love Maitland station now.
Okay.
You don't get on this nonsense on the station.
Okay.
Yeah, Maitland stations are proper stations. Don't get on this nonsense.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, my dear. Have a nice...
You too. Enjoy the day. Somebody is messaging me on, let's say it's WhatsApp, that the islands are privately owned and has been on the market for quote-unquote donkey years. The ownership can be checked at the registry. Every time we are approaching the countdown side of the elections, these island sales pop up to distract the masses. Back on, hold on, let me see Facebook. Annandale commercialization, that's the word I was looking for. Commercialization. Annandale commercialization took place since October last year, and the minister spoke about it. WhatsApp. I want to comment on the first caller. I don't think he got it. Tevin was asked a question and he was honest in his disclosure. If the minister did nothing, he has rights to say. I think he carries himself very well, and he will be a great candidate for Carriacou and PT Martinique, and I can say that I saw his maturity and growth as a young aspiring politician for the future of Grenada and beyond. Ignore the distractions. Good morning.
Citizen Welsh, good morning, greetings. How are you?
I'm good, Citizen Roller. How are you?
No, Citizen Welsh, something enthused me this morning in your news. It had to do with the modification of your program commensurate. Would that be on the 6th thereabout?
It's starting on the 6th. The changes to Classic FM program starts on
But you know
Monday.
what struck me there? That there should be conversation on the reformation of the Constitution. What do you call it? Constitution reform.
I took notes of it to inform you just in case you didn't hear. Now, look, I have it written down here. But yes, that program starts on Wednesday.
I'm happy. No, I do not know what direction it will go. But as a starter, it will give me the opportunity, of course, to punch in my little thing there. But of course, I be coming with the powerful question. Before we even talk about reforming the Constitution, the imperial order and council of the Queen's most excellent majesty, I want to talk about the legitimacy of said document. But I'm happy it's happening. And you see, Citizens Welsh, and that would give us the opportunity also to put a lot of things in place, including the national territory. In other words, the component of our national territory, or the composition, composition of our national territory. Yeah, islands for sale again. I believe as a distraction. But hear this. We have to set the record straight. My investigation tells me we have approximately, including Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, 32 islands, islets, keys, and chunks of rock within our territorial waters. And we have to set the record straight once and for all. What constitutes the national territory of Grenada? We have to set the record straight with the boundary lines between St. Vincent and Grenada. You may be aware that St. Vincent owns a chunk of Carriacou and Petit Martinique also. We had to get these things straight. So I'm so happy, and I'm waiting for them. I hope the constitutional gurus will be invited too, to hear their views, whether or not we wish to continue as a colony of Great Britain or to write our own constitution with the synergies of all the people to make decisions for the future of this here country. Have a nice day, will you, Citizen Welsh?
Thank you, Citizen Rollo. You do the same. I took note of it as well. For those who may have missed the morning edition of news, from Monday, God willing, the 6th, there will be adjustments to the programming here on Classic 105. The programs that usually start at 8 p.m. would now start at 6 p.m. starting on Monday, including the agriculture program. And as Citizen Rollo pointed out, on Wednesdays, we are starting a program as it relates to constitution reform. It's an independently produced program, but we will carry it here on the frequency, so you can look forward to that. And as part of the changes as well, we will be syncing, or the television news will be carried live on radio as well as part of that adjustment to ensure that everybody is up to date and continues to be informed. This is your information center, and we will continue to do that. So take note, from Monday, God willing, the programs that usually start at 8 p.m. will start at 6, including the agriculture program. I'm trying to remember the name of the next one. The agriculture program, the constitution program, starts on Wednesday. That would be the 8th. So stay tuned to Classic for that. And stay tuned to Classic and Hot and GBN. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with the open phone line on To The Point. This is To The Point. We'll be right back.
See it first on GBN. All the stories, from politics to industrial unrest. Tourism. Light it up. Light it up.
Station 2 Grenada.
Entertainment. Sports and culture.
Great shot there of Anderson Peter from Grenada, the Commonwealth Games bronze medalist.
See more on GBN, your most credible source for information. Nightly at 7.
I'm Francis Urias Peters. To really know who I am, you must look at the plays that I've written over the past 30 years, because they reflect hard work, discipline, and my inner beliefs. Now, these values were shaped by my earlier bringings, because I was always curious about my roots and my identity as a Caribbean man. Now, I'm a good listener, and K105 has always been a great source of education and entertainment. Now, while the station name may have changed over the years, it has always provided valuable information which enabled me as a playwright to document and to celebrate our history, our behavior, and our achievements. K105 is my choice. It's the national station.
Stop the spread of germs that can make you and others sick. Cover your nose and mouth with a tissue when you cough or sneeze. If you don't have a tissue, use your elbow. Wash hands often, especially after coughing or sneezing into a tissue.
When the devil want to breathe, we have to turn it off. There Jah goes again. He took me to a higher level, higher. Oh, Daddy Father blessing me. Oh, Daddy Father.
The world is brighter. I'm so much lighter since you came into my life, Lord. I am not the same.
Blessings flowing over here like a fountain. Don't make nobody trick you.
Hello,
And welcome to the OECS Link.
A conversation is a talk.
It's important to know where we've been, to know where we're going.
Hello, Dr. Jules.
Hi, how are you?
Join us every week on this station as we build relationships that uplift our region. Find us on all social media platforms. The OECS Link is powered by Republic Bank.
Welcome back to The Point. It's open phone line. Let's go to the WhatsApp. Right back to the WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, good morning. I would like to make a contribution. Just a suggestion. I would like to see whenever there is an election, and let's say your party lost, but you won your seat and you remain in the opposition party, I think that you should still be given the opportunity to represent your constituency, no matter your party's loss. Once you won your seat, you are the representative of the constituency, whether your entire party lost, whether you're the only person from the party that won their seat. Once you won your seat, you are the representative for the constituency, no matter which party won overall. To the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yes. I want to ask that question. I have heard on your station and other stations that we have an opposition party. Or I don't know if that is true. We might have a party that is intend to run for election to oppose the ruling party. Or do we mean Mr. That man that holds opposition leadership in the in Parliament?
Mr. Clement.
Yes, is he the opposition party? I want to clarify that because a lot of us saying things which I cannot understand. For example, some people may say, I'm not too sure. I wonder when I listen to these things and the person might be giving the explanation, what do they want me to believe? If I feel that if you don't know, you don't know. Maybe then afterwards, when I say you, sorry, not you. If one doesn't know, he doesn't know. I'm also wondering in Grenada, everybody talking about pronunciation. This word is wrong, this word is wrong. Pronunciation of word varies from place to place. For example, you are accustomed going in America, you call everybody, but it's spelled the same way. So, even in Little Grenada, you have people pronouncing word differently. But that doesn't mean to say it's wrong. It depends on maybe their tone of voice and the environment in which they live. So I don't think pronunciation, once you get a concept of what the people are saying, pronunciation is important, but that's a trivial thing to me. That's a trivial thing, sorry. And this is what people condemn people too much. Even me, when I talk, I say something, I give my opinion. If somebody want to retaliate, they give their opinion. They don't just jump and say the man wrong or the woman wrong. And this is what I cannot understand. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Trying to remember the first thing. In terms of the pronunciation part, I could understand what you're saying because according to which part of the island you come from, the pronunciation may differ. I could get what you're saying, but the correction sometimes is just so that everybody would make the extra effort to be correct. Okay, I remember the first part now, in terms of the opposition party or the opposition leader, right? Officially, we do not, Grenada does not have, no, that's not. Yeah, officially Grenada does not have an official opposition party. We have a leader of the opposition who sits in the office of the opposition, which is Mr. Clement. The other political parties, NDC has been determined the unofficial opposition party because they are the largest or one of the largest political parties in the island. But officially, we do not have an official opposition party as yet. Mr. Clement has highlighted his intention. Oh, Mr. Bernard. Mr. Bernard, I just remembered your question. Yes, Mr. Clement has highlighted his intention to soon launch a political party, but until then we do not have an official opposition party. We have parties who speak out on behalf of the opposition. I don't know how to explain it. Mr. Bernard, I just recalled your first question about Mr. Clement. The platform is still open to Mr. Clement to appear on Tuesdays. We are, let's just say, waiting on him to accept which day he would be available to appear, which Tuesday he would be available to appear. Sorry, I just remember. Let me go back to the phone lines. Yes, good morning.
Hi, sweetie.
Morning, Miss German.
Hey, what? You're lavishing us with open lines today.
Yes.
I was outside. I just came in and put on the radio and I heard Mr. Rulo saying, well, because it was open line today.
Yes, I realized people have a lot to share. Yesterday when I ended, the phone was still ringing, so I said, let me open it again today.
Yes. Yeah, I just want to read a part of Psalm 149, and I want to highlight a particular verse. I want to focus on that for us believers, those who really know the Lord. Sometimes we read things in the scripture and we don't really pay attention to what we read. We have so much power as believers, we don't understand it. So I just want to highlight, just 9 verses. I'll read the whole psalm. Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. This is the part from verse 5 to 9 I want to highlight. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon the beds. Let the high praises of God be in the mouth let the high praises of God be in the mouth and a two-edged sword in the hand. That's referring to the Bible. Two-edged sword is the word of God. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bind the kings with chains and the nobles with fetters of iron. This honor have all his saints. Praise the Lord. We don't realize how much power we have. We can bind kings with chains and the nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. So saints do not really know. That's why we need to walk so close with God. So by our prayer, we can bind kings with chains. Those disorderly kings, those who want to think they are the gods, they are God and God is not God. And those who say there is no God, we people evolve. We come out from the ape and all them kind of stuff. Let them know there is God, and we who are his, we have the power to execute vengeance upon the heathen, punishment upon the people, to bind kings with chains and nobles with fetters of iron. He said, this honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. Have a blessed day, darling, and thank you for that open line today again.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jeremiah. Appreciate your contribution. There was a question on Facebook. Is Release It with Godfrey still on Wednesdays at around 8:30 p.m.? I am not too sure. I would have to double check Release It, Andrea, and I would get back to you once I get the information. WhatsApp, as a young person, I strongly support Mr. Bernard's contribution. We seem to forget that COVID-19 still exists in other parts of the world and is still spreading rapidly. We need to learn from this experience. It's a lifelong lesson. Work with me, WhatsApp. Work with me. There we go. Mr. Bernard, stop. Citizen Rolo is too... No, that was yesterday. Sorry. Mr. Bernard, the authorities are not sleeping, a good thing. Only a moment ago, there was an ad on boosting your immune system from the Food and Nutrition Council aired on GBN. The government is doing a good job despite shortcomings like distributing masks to nationals, or take an example from the Jamaica public campaign on COVID. One more WhatsApp before I come to you, caller. Hold tight. If Grenadians want to waste their credit to call NOASA about broken pipes, that's their business. I ain't doing that. NOASA not studying them. NDC can sell a saltfish box, but NNP selling everything. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Ms. Blossom.
Good morning.
And good morning to everybody in the Isle of Spice, Grenada, Carriacou, and Peter Martinique, and good morning to everybody in the rest of the world.
Thank you.
What I have to say, when I look at what's happening in the world today, when you look at, they say the Black Lives Matter, and, the policeman go and kill the black man, and everybody's starting to campaign and demonstrate. But when I look at it, I can see some of us are really hypocrites. We live in a hypocrisy road. So no matter what you do, these things will continue to go on. Because the reason why I like to give the reason why I said that, because if you look in the past, you might see that there were these things happening within the spiritual realm. Because between me and you happen in the physical realm. So before you happen in the physical realm, it's happening in the spiritual realm. So it's a manifestation of things that has come to pass. Okay. When you look at some of the people, somebody might go on a walk, and you get this type of victimization, all right? And the people, so it's the same sort of things that you stifling people. There are people who write things, they come and they play friends and they do things and then they go and play writing science fiction and travel. And at the end of the day they're just robbing people and lying and, distilling. So these are the same sort of, Ku Klux Klan thing that is really going on in the world today. When I look at the coronavirus, all right? And I look at the movie. I used to always talk about this movie. There's this show, The Walking Dead. All right. To me, it's like a strain of The Walking Dead, the coronavirus. So some of these things are man-made. I wouldn't say man-made thing, but we made it in our mind. Because how we treat people, we do it in our mind. Even sometimes some of the disc jockeys and these people, sometimes they might be supporting when they do things. They're supporting people who are stifling people and killing people initially. So, and they know sometimes they are aware they are doing it, because sometimes they want to buy a friend and they want to be in a social class, but sometimes the class people are the one who are creating the problem, Because last night I was listening to Mr. Godfrey and Mr. Bezinski, and there was a situation where there was a curfew within and this restaurant, this guy made a video and said that the restaurant was open beyond a certain time, But then you have to look at, and then Mr. Bezinski said, well, that gone because thing. But principle is principle. You know what I mean? Not because if I do something, then you want to crucify me. Someone do something. So I say we have to stop living a hypocrisy role within our mind, because a lot of things that we do, we are damaging people spiritually, and we know we are doing it, and we live in a sarcastic life. So have a good day. I want to big up all my ex-callers and them. All Miss Jeremiah, Miss Eban, Rastafari. The Rastafari Day, you know what I mean? It's a roll. Everybody, it's a good bonus, big up. Niceness.
Thank you very much, caller. Niceness. I always like when y'all go out with a little word, Thank you very much. Let me check again. Right. Facebook, I think Citizen Rollo will be very happy to hear the great news about the Constitution program on Wednesdays. He has been preaching for years the changing of the Constitution by people and writing it themselves, and I hope they will make him a part of the panel because he has great knowledge of the Constitution, and we have learned from his many contributions he made on various networks. And finally, let us acknowledge him while he's still here with us. Viva comrade, Citizen Rollo, you may not understand, but you help change many lives with your contributions you have been making during the years. I agree, caller. I look forward to his contributions. I learn a thing or two from Citizen Rollo and his contributions. WhatsApp. There's a beautiful ad running giving praise to the essential workers, but I have a problem. We have the farmers, doctors, police officers, teachers, fishermen. Then you see a garbage truck and two men, and they are called the other essential workers, but they too have a name, and they are called sanitary workers. Okay. I think the police is not doing enough when it comes to people not wearing masks in public, and especially in public transportation. I think they should do some stop and check and start charging people, including drivers and conductors, for non-compliance. Thank you. I agree. I think more needs to be done about wearing the masks in public, wearing the masks properly. Operative word here being properly in public. Maybe not charge if they don't want to charge them, but at least ensure that they do it, because I see officers passing people with either the mask hanging down the air or under their chin or not visible at all, and they pass them straight and go about their businesses. We need to enforce it. If we're preaching of its safety, let's enforce it. Phone lines. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, my dear.
Morning again, Miss Jacob. How you do?
I'm fine for the time being.
Okay.
Okay, by the grace of God.
Go ahead.
Yes. What I want to say this morning, we have to learn, I come in with it, but I forget it, no matter what now. Let me listen, we're supposed to learn our history. Our history is some of it. Uncle Gary, in the 1940, you're talking about. When Uncle Gary come in Grenada, because I born in 1947, Uncle Gary was come in Grenada about 1930 something around there. And when he came in Grenada, when the bank, I can't remember the name of the bank now, those banks that are working in Grenada. You know who I used to work in those banks in those days? White people. Black people, they used to work in bank in Grenada in Uncle Gary, before Uncle Gary days. When he come in Grenada, he said no. He stepped his foot on that. He said, no. This thing here in Grenada, this thing have to change. And I would want to know who is the lady. I can't remember her name, and I hope somebody could remember her name and to tell us that work in those banks in Grenada. Black women. She was a beautiful and a handsome. Although woman is not handsome, you know, beautiful and nice. It's men that handsome. Beautiful lady. Can't remember the name of the bank now, Sister Bassam. So we must try to get some history about Grenada. Eh, Tanti?
Yes, ma'am.
Sister Bassam.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right.
So you and Mommy, good morning, and Tanti, all you have a wonderful day, and my beautiful, handsome brother Cecil, Pastor Cecil Jacob, have a nice day, baby. I will talk to you later. Sister, have a nice day, sweetheart. God bless you all, and I love you all.
Thank you, Miss Jacob. Enjoy the day. There was the person that inquired about Release It. I have been told that Release It is on as usual, 8 p.m. Wednesdays and Thursdays. Releasing It with Godfrey is a must. That's the message from management. So yes, Release It continues Wednesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. There was another one on the WhatsApp. Right. Bloss, I listened to Mr. Clement, and I can't believe he is the opposition leader, because he is still towing the lines of the government, and I haven't heard anything of substance, in which I am still awaiting from him. And Mr. Clement does not represent a great number of voters or a great number of the population, and we need an opposition and not one towing the lines of the NNP. When he launches his if and when he launches his political party, that might change. So let's wait and see what the future holds. Elections are constitutionally due in 2023, so he still has roughly 3 years to convince the population that he is it, as the young people say, that he in the thing, right? So let's give him some time to acclimatize himself in the seat of leader of the opposition and see what he brings. It's time to wrap up. Let me browse through the social media to see if there are any more comments. Facebook. I was disappointed with the acting commissioner of police, where he mentioned that the police is waiting on the medical report before making an arrest. I think they got it wrong, because an assault was committed and an arrest should be made, and the medical report should be for further charges to be handed down. So I beg to disagree with the acting commissioner. He highlighted that they delayed because they wanted to know the charge that could be put on the couple. Not if charges could be put, but which charges should be put. That was his explanation at the news conference on Monday. On Monday. All right, I think those are all. Let me check the YouTube. I quite agree. Some people wearing the mask as a style, mouth and nose outside. If COVID was community spread, lots of people would be infected. Big facts. Big facts. I see some ladies, they just have the mask because it matches the clothes, and the mask is swinging on the air and not being used properly. All right, that's the end of the program. It is a must indeed. I've actually called in a few times from New York. Great program. I'll pass on the message to Godfrey. Thank you guys so much for participating and tuning in. There's the official open line of the program tomorrow, God willing. I realize there are a lot of people who needed to share and get things off their chest and off their minds and ask questions and make inquiries. That's why I left today's program open. So I appreciate your contributions and get ready to further share your thoughts tomorrow, God willing. Have yourselves a productive Thursday. Joseph is up next with Mid-Morning Buzz. If you're heading out, wear your masks, hand sanitizers. Just as a note, I understand there is another plume of Saharan dust coming into the Caribbean region later this week, so please be mindful that Saharan dust is not yet gone away. Sargassum seaweed is back in our shores. Soubise is on the siege, I would call it, with the Sargassum seaweed. So those of you who need to travel up the eastern side, be prepared for the stench that comes with the seaweed. All right, that's it for today. I'll be back with you tomorrow, God willing. Have yourselves a productive and blessed Thursday.